What's up, guys? You guys are tuning back in with Kenla. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 16 and pregnant story. So let's go. Okay, so it all started, obviously, I got pregnant. As soon as I turned 16, 2 months later, I gave birth to my beautiful daughter, Angelica, which I love so much. But I wanted to share my story today with you guys. I'm a little nervous, so bear with me. In middle school, I met this guy. My sister knew him. He was friends. He was with my sister, and they were really cool. As time went by, we ended up becoming like best friends. He used to be at my house 24/7. My mom used to love him. The crazy part is, wait. The crazy part is that we were so cool. We were like brothers and sisters. Like, I had a boyfriend at the time. He used to drop me off at my boyfriend's house and like pick me up, lie to my mom and my my mom, and tell her that we was going to movies, but I actually be going to my boyfriend's house or anything like that. We was that close. Like, he'll lie to my mom because she trusted him so much, so we can get our ways. After that, high school came along. Started high school. Woo, you already know. High school, you're excited, you're ready, you're pumped. He was already in high school before me. So whatever, I think, like I said, my freshman to sophomore year, I started skipping class with him because he had a car, and we was just skipping class, just going to his house, chilling and whatever. Nothing serious. It was just, like I said, best friends. One day, something happened. As you guys know, I think you guys already know what happened. So I call it, like, I love my daughter to death, but it was the biggest mistake that I could have made. Like, if I could go back and change everything, I would, and I think everybody that had a baby at a young age would think the same way, because you're not thinking right. So at that time, I made a mistake. From that one moment, I ended up getting pregnant. How did I know? I just, girls, you young, you know your body. Things started just changing in my body. I would take showers and my breasts would hurt, like sensitive and things like that. So I was just not feeling normal. So we skipped school again to go to a center where you could get a free pregnancy test. So we went there while we skipped school, and we took a pregnancy test. So nervous, I was nervous. So she was like, right now the baby could be this and that. And I'm like, so is it positive? So then she says, yes, it's positive. My heart went to my butt. Like, my heart went drop, because at the same time I'm like, damn, I'm only 15 years old. Like, I'm 15. How am I gonna tell my mom? That's the first thing I think every Hispanic woman, girl that is young and get pregnant, the first thing you think about, how am I gonna tell my mom? He was excited, well, of course, because his mom it's not like my mom. So I was not so excited, because I'm like, I'm gonna get my butt whooped. Like, oh my god. So we went to his mom first, and I tried to be excited and whatever, and we told his mom. His mom was actually really excited, like, oh my god, but she was also like, how you gonna tell your mom? Because she knows. I think she knows how my mom is, so her concern was that too. Then he wanted to go ahead and come with me to tell my mom. I was like, no. So I decided to take matters into my own hands, and I wanted to tell my mom. But the thing is, I was scared to go alone. So one thing you guys didn't know about me, when I was a teenager, my mom converted. She became a Christian. It was a big change in our life, so it was a lot also to take in while I was pregnant at a young age, because of what they would say and how they would judge me, which they shouldn't, but as we all know, there's always going to be that 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 freaking people that is always going to say something. So no matter if they even serve God or they don't, there's always going to be people that judge and point fingers and try to put you. So on top of the whole pregnancy, I had those people. I did at that time call my pastor and I told her, but she came to the house with me and she was tough on me. Like, honestly, she was tough on me, but I love her for that. Like, we went into the house. My mom was watching TV with my sister, and my mom saw my pastor, so she got up, like, you know, and she said hi, and she was like, just look at her face, like, what is she doing here? Why are you doing here with her? Like, she knew there was something up. So my mom turned off the movie that she was watching with my sister, and then she's like, my pastor was like, she has something to tell you. And I'm like, what? I thought you was gonna help me, like, tell her for me. But obviously, if I want to be a grown woman at a young age, I gotta put my big girl pants and start from that very moment. So I was like, I don't know how to tell you, but I just hesitated, like, and I just wanted to cry, and I just didn't know, and I'm like, which I did kind of cry, and I was like, I'm pregnant. She started crying. My sister ran to the bathroom, started crying, and then she's like, by who? Like, and I told her it was by this person, and she was like, what? My sister was so mad. She wanted to, like, beat him up because she was just mad at the fact that was just so disrespectful of him to ever go to that point, which I get it. But it took two. After that moment, like, I thought I was gonna get slapped. She didn't. She got my ass in the car. We drove to his house. She knocked on his door because he was gonna get it. So we knocked on his door. His mom opened the door and she's like, "Where's this person? Where's your son?" "Oh, he's not here. He's not here. Told him that what he did to my daughter, he's gonna pay for it." Blah, blah, blah. But anyways, after that, my life changed completely, like in a blink of an eye. Like I said earlier, my mom was really into church. I was a young girl thinking that I was in love, and plus I was pregnant. So I told my mom. My mom was like, "You can't be with him." Like, obviously, whoever's Christian and is watching this, you guys know that, you know, Christian moms are very strict with you being with somebody without being married. So she's like, "You can't be with him. You can't be with him. You can be with him, but y'all can't, you know, obviously do something." But obviously I was in love with him, and I don't care what nobody said. I was like, I want to be with this person. I love him, blah, blah, blah. Time went by and I kept on with the same mentality, like, I'm in love. I want to be with this person, like, forever. We're going to be together forever. We have a family, blah, blah, blah. So my mom had no other choice. She's like, if you're going to be with him, you're not going to be committing adultery. Which, again, she was really into church. So, and I'm like, well, I wasn't of age to get married, so she had to sign. So she ended up signing the paper for me to get married because, unfortunately, it was that or I was going to be with him no matter what. So my mom did it. She signed the papers. We got married. I ended up moving in with him. A lot of things happened. Like, I moved in with him. I thought it was going to be like, yay, like, I'm married, I'm grown, I got my kid, I got my family, I love everybody. Like, we was going to live a happily ever after story, like, happy ending. And little did I know, that was just the beginning of a tragic situation, you know. Everything in my life changed completely. I went from being so happy to being the most miserable person. I went from a year and a half being with this person. We were good, we were happy. Then conflict started. Insecurities. A lot of things in that relationship that made that relationship really toxic. Really toxic. I couldn't no more. When my daughter was 2 years old, it took everything in me to leave him when my daughter was 2 years old, because that relationship became so toxic. When I speak about toxic, I'm speaking about abuse verbally, abuse physically, and mentally. I couldn't believe that my best friend could do something to me like that. not just get me pregnant, because like I said, it took 2, but it hurt me so much. Like, I couldn't believe this person was that type of monster. I really couldn't. Like, I used to stay in shock when all the time things used to come about and things happen. I used to look at him like a monster. I used to cry because I was like, how does this person become that? I didn't know that was that person, but you know what? I should have, but I was so young to even look at the signs. You know, time went by. He was so disrespectful to his mom. He used to curse at his mom. So I should have known that a guy that doesn't respect his mom, the first lady that they should respect, would never respect nobody else. This is my second relationship ever, like a serious relationship. I realized that a person that grows up in a home like that become like that. I mean, there's a higher percentage. You don't have to be like that. But if you choose to be like that, then that's what you choose. But at the end of the day, I had the courage one day to get my phone and call my mom and tell her that I need to go because he disrespected me in the ways that he disrespected me. I got slapped, got dragged, I got punched, and mentally and physically, emotionally, like mentally, he effed me over because I didn't know how to trust anybody after that. And I have forgave this person. Thanks to a God up there that I forgave this person. I'm glad I'm out of that. Like, I am so glad I am out because honestly, like, and I'm glad that I opened my heart again to, you know, to somebody, because my husband right now is the total opposite, which I love my husband. I love you, baby. But that is my story of 16 and pregnant. And I can honestly say to you girls that I understand your situation. Getting pregnant at a young age, you're not alone. You're not alone. Know that you can always have support somewhere, and that other girls been through this, and that even though you feel like you can't make it, you can. Physically, mentally, and emotionally abused, and I won't want nobody to go through that. And if anybody's going through that, I will recommend. I know it's really hard. I know it's really hard to let go and ask for help and to open up and say I need help. I know it's really hard because the fact that you think about starting all over without this person, just me by myself, it's really hard to think about that. But let me tell you, it is not impossible. And at the end of the day, once you take that step, you are not gonna regret it. You're gonna say, you know what? I'm glad I made this. Not only for me, but for my kids. Because a kid growing up in that environment is not good. I need you guys to understand that even though things look cloudy right now and it looks hard, you have somebody. You can call somebody. I mean, there's helps anywhere. A friend that I had at the moment that actually told me when I actually opened up to her, call your mom. Do it. Stop it. Like, you know, so that friend, because of that friend, that very moment I called my mom and everything changed after that. I left him. I left a lot behind. I had to start from scratch. I had to work myself really hard to get back up, but I did it. I had to work 3 jobs, but I did it. Look, you could do it. Like, I love each and one of you girls that, like, even though things are hard, you guys still push through it, because that's a strong woman right there. Like, don't let judgment, because let me tell you, I had a lot of people push me down, and a lot of people judge me, and a lot of people just every freaking day saying something about me, bam, bam, bam. And a lot of people look at me, which I know you guys feel like that if you guys are young and pregnant. A lot of people look at you like, this little girl's pregnant? Yes, I'm pregnant. Like, yes. Stop, like, don't point out the obvious, obviously. It is what it is. And now I got 2 girls. I already got my little one, my other little one. And I love my girls. I love my girls to death. And it gets hard sometimes, but it's already my life. I'm used to it. I keep going. I keep pushing. So that was my 16 and pregnant story. For you ladies, you girls out there. I hope this actually touched you guys and you took something out of it, and I inspire you to keep pushing and motivate you to not give up, and motivate you that if you're in an abusive relationship, to get out of it. If you guys love this, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Instagram. You can DM me, whatever you like. I'm here. This is me opening up to you guys because I know that my story could touch you guys. I love you girls, and like always, stay tuned with Ken Love. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.